dookly. I almost feel like I need some music or something going on, but maybe not. Okay. It's Saturday night. Saturday night. Sorry, I'm not showing my face just because I'm trying to get set up and my, wow, that's loud, eh? Sorry, I'm not showing my face. There we go. Okay. Oakley dokley. See, let me bring in some more extra light in here. Oops, just dropped my other camera holder. Lovely. Make sure I'm all good. Excellent. So I don't expect a lot of you to be here. You're probably enjoying the sun, maybe going out for a walk, getting some things done. Sounds like it's raining at my house, considering the fact that we have no eaves troughs, so everything's just dripping down the sides and it sounds like it's raining. Hi, Barb. Thanks for joining me tonight. Hope you're chilling, and thanks for joining me last night too. We had some fun online yesterday. Yesterday was Prairie Grass Stampers Fun Friday, and there was just a few of us. So it was really weird, but it was good. So we did crack open our paper pumpkin and made a few cards from our paper pumpkin kit. Not sure if you've seen the Beyond the Horizon. So we were playing with it and, you know, decided to follow the instructions. And I did make a boo-boo. I actually dropped my card in the ink pad, so I had to trim it down and then stuck it on Misty Moonlight, which I kind of like better anyway. And then, you know, we were playing with the other two designs, which kind of, this one's pretty cool. This one, we agreed that we didn't like that it covered up a lot of the background. So be making some more alternatives with these and playing with that. I love the box, but you know, every time I get a really nice fancy box like this, I end up giving it away because it makes a beautiful gift. Okay, so let's get started. Hello, Christine. I should have poured myself a drink because I'm feeling a little parched. Spent the day cleaning out. We're kind of preparing for the tapers to come in. My husband just finished drywalling, so I had to rearrange furniture. We had to box stuff up. We had to figure out what's garage sale versus keep. And it's amazing how much clutter you collect. Okay, so, and then we had to run off to soccer for Benjamin's playoff game and then rush to Hazel Ridge for my son's, my other son's birthday party at the soccer complex. And then I had to go pick them up, so I didn't have much time to do a Facebook Live in between. Okay, so let's get this party started. So don't forget to like, share, comment, because I've got 4 cards to give away. I'm not keeping any of these because I've got plenty of them already. So this is a fun spin-off from last week's share, or previously too, and that is it's dropping everywhere. I had shared how some tips and tricks on using acetate to make a clear card, and that's what I've done here. And so these are cut from 12 by 12 sheets. So standard cardstock, when you make a card, is 5.5 by 11. So by the time you're done, you've used 11 by 11, and then you're left with this 1-inch strip. So the question is, what do you do with that leftover 1-inch strip? You can use it for multiple things, but what I like to do is create what I like with my leftovers is a hinge card. So this was a spin-off of what I got from Jennifer McGuire. She's one of my favorites, and someone who I really enjoy watching and following online on YouTube. She does some amazing stuff, obviously with a bunch of different other products, but what I love about it is I can spin it and use it here with my Stampin' Up! Products. So you can use them with anything. So I'm just trying to find my scraps of what was left from my acetate, and I got a few here. I usually like to keep them all because this is a fun little design. Okay, so forewarned before I begin, this is a bigger piece. Okay, we are starting from scratch. So this this presentation or this Facebook Live or this Facebook share is going to take you more than an hour. So, because I did not pre-cut anything. But, so we will take a little longer, but I'm a pretty fast card maker, I would like to say, especially when my cards are already designed. So we might be faster. Who knows? Okay, so let me show you a few of these. So here's one where I did, and this was probably one of my first ones. Nice card and all, but I probably would have done more texturing on this one, which has then led to my second card. But this is what I mean by Hinge. So it's just a front-facing little note card, and then on the inside you can either write in here, or you can actually decorate the inside as well. And that's what I did here, was I decorated the inside, and then you open it up, and then I used the slimline sentiment, and then stamped the inside there as well. So most note cards, because you already have this, you could technically leave this blank and write on it, and either make this into an easel card or just keep it flat. So you know what, maybe we'll do that today. We'll see. Okay, so there's that one. Then I also thought, well, what would happen if we actually just used cardstock? So then I used some standard DSP here. And again, I turned this one into a card. I didn't even finish the inside because I was debating whether or not it should be an easel. This is the We're Together stamp set. And then in the inside, I put every act of kindness changes the world. So that comes from the We're Together stamp set. And because this is a rectangular shape, so that one was circular, I used 2 hinges on this one. So 1 to 2 hinges is usually enough, but I wanted to just show that. And then I used DSP. This is one sheet of, one piece, I should say, 4 by 5 1/4, which I just cut in half and then flipped to the other side. So real simple, and again, easel or make it into a card. So then it morphed into this, and I went, yep, this is more of what I like. So again, another Hinge card. This one I decorated on the inside using some Celebration, and I was quickly trying to put it together, so I used some stickers. And then again, on the inside, you can decorate this inside as well. I had a leftover portrait card piece, so it was easy for me to quickly do. But we can do one that doesn't have one stamped, and I'll show you what a note card version is like, because these ones are obviously all cards. So you could write a big long note in the inside, but if you're the type of person that doesn't know what to say, sometimes small is better. And then this one's a little more trickier. So I took the Amazing Dies, cut it out, created my own frame. But before I did that, I colored and created my own paper. So I took a bunch of blends, colored a sheet of basic white cardstock, and then created my own frame, and then also created my own sentiment. And then you open it up, and using the create, I think, which one was this one? This one has all the words in it, and it's create with friends. So I use created with friends, and hello, friendly hello stamp set from Celebration to create the inside, and then some dots, and of course open it up and you can write on the inside. So another hinge, and this one uses a single hinge as well. So I thought we would recreate this one because this one's probably my favorite, and maybe we'll turn it into an easel. Don't know yet, but you tell me, would you prefer an easel card, or do you prefer it being an open card that you can actually write a lot in? But let's see how much space we get. So I'll put those aside for now. We won't need Misty Moonlight, but this is leftovers from yesterday, so I'll get that out of the way. I did use white cardstock, and then basic white, that is, and I used 3 different yellows. So I thought I would try something different and stamp on yellow and see where it gets me, and then do some coloring and see what that gets me, but we'll figure it out. I just wanted to give you something different and show you something different, so it's not always the same, but just give you some more alternatives to work with. Okay, so the first thing first is we need a frame piece on the back. Oh, I know I did it. So here's my die. So we'll use these guys, of course. So keep it simple, one stamp bundle, don't need anything fancy. So I've already ahead of time did my embossing. I did stick with the brick and mortar again. We could use something different, but I was pretty boring and just stuck with that. So that one is ready to go. So I'm gonna put that someplace I will remember where it is. And then we're gonna stamp our flowers and our sunflower. And of course, these ones are 20% off again, right? Like, you know, you want to get a good deal, take advantage right now because that deal is starting to end soon. Okay, and as most of you know, I'm not the greatest at stamping, so I always like to have my stamparatus handy. Oopsies. I just dropped everything on the floor. So you can see I've already cut one, so we're going to cut another. Don't run over there. Hang on a sec. I just dropped all my paper on the floor. No surprise. Jeez, Nemi. Always messy, Nemi. Okay, I'm going to crank up my volume. Make sure you can all hear me. Okay, so put that on there. Let's grab our sunflower. Oh, look, I even have blue ones in here ready to roll. Well, look at that, eh? Could have used those too. Okay, so we'll get our sunflower. I don't think I'll be able to fit a second one on here. Get that stamped. I need that for later as well. And we're gonna clean this off. There we go. So I'm just gonna ink up my sunflower. Now, I always like to have, I don't know if you know about stamparatus, but it does hang off. So I use my paper trimmer to apply some to keep me level, or you could just stick your stamp set underneath and then you'll never ever lose it. And just ink that up. I can see I can tell I've missed some spots, so I'm gonna add there and just lightly press. Now I do have my stamp, what do you call it? Stampendous or stupendous pressure tool. And ooh, perfect. Love it. Looks gorgeous. So this is so saffron, by the way. And then we can add a little bit of texture to that. So we need that. And I believe we only need one. So since I'm here, we'll clean this off. And we're going to need some leaves. So let's clean this off. And I thought, because, you know, you all know cinnamon cider's retiring, right? And along with it is Just Jade, our 5 in colors. So I'm gonna grab a darker color to go onto Just Jade. Maybe, just to give me an outline. So we're gonna grab a darker color. And we need like 3 leaves. It's always got to be in 3s, because if it's in 2s, it's just really wrong. Makes things weird. So we're going to grab this one. I may not need I'm going to use a block for this one, because it's small enough, and I know my evening evergreen is very, very juicy. I actually don't even need this anymore either. So let's make sure those magnets are apart. This stays handy right in my cart beside me. And pull this open. And so this is Just Jade, which is also retiring. And we're gonna get 3 of these. 1, 2, and a 3rd one. No rhyme or reason, just this is scrap. So it doesn't matter where it sits, really. And get that, clean that off. Close my ink, because yesterday when we were creating last night, I kept dipping everything into my ink, and I should know better, because everything should be closed. That's the way it should be. Okay, so we've got that. What else do I need? Okay, so now we need some die cutting, but before we die cut, I'm just going to color this so it has time to dry. So let's I'll drop this down a bit more so you can see. I think, how far can I go here without making you blah crazy? Okay, I'm just gonna grab a darker yellow or some Daffodil Delight and see if I can add just a wee bit of texture in there and just give that a little bit more color in some of these. So the nice thing about Stampin' Up! Stamps is you get all these little lines in here, and it's a great way to help you add some more shadow or color into your stamps. So if you're not a very good at coloring like I am, then I just follow these lines, and it helps me define and create some more definition inside my my stamped image. So like this, and it doesn't take very long. What color am I using? Oh, I'm using Daffodil Delight. So Bumblebee is the actual color yellow of the In Colors that is retiring and is starting to become low on inventory, by the way. All our refills, like if you already have them, then it's nice to get the refills because you'll never get them again. If your ink pad dries out, then you're screwed. But already the refills, I believe, are already gone. So they will be getting more, they say. They're on back order, but they'll go fast. And these retire May 4th, and you definitely don't want to wait till then. So I strongly suggest that you use my house code and put in an order before, and preferably before the end of the month. Because next month, as most of you know, and I think I've said it a few times already, it's my birthday. So in the month of April, I will be having a customer appreciation birthday party. And if you would like to get invited, then you have two ways, which is spend $120 now in March, sign up for 2 of my classes, or join my team, because my team always gets to come. But they also get other stuff along with that. Okay, so those are just some tips, and I'm gonna add some Mango Melody. Look at that. This one's a lot more orangey, and I'm gonna just put that in there along the edge because I want that definition in there. You could also use pumpkin pie. Now, what happens if you don't have blends or Copics or whatever your coloring tool is? I'm not going to be picky, but I prefer that you use Stampin' Up! Blends. You can use a blending brush. So that also helps, so don't think that you can't. That you have nothing to color with. Oops, I used dark. I don't want dark crumb cake. I want light. Oopsies. That's okay. We'll fix that. So I'm just going to go inside here and using my light crumb cake, color my middle. And remember, this is so saffron. It's not basic white. So there's a little shade darker, but not very much. Like the true color doesn't show up as much just because it is a darker. It is a colored cardstock, but it colors well, I tell ya. Okay, so now I'm just going to go around and just using the tip and the dot method. Have you ever seen these cards made by you just dotting like this? It is quite a fascinating technique. Although I don't have the patience for it, it is truly a cool technique if you're trying to create some fun backgrounds and cards with a really different style. But I will tell you, Jennifer McGuire has a video on it, and she does it, and I'm like, ugh, how do you have patience for that? Because, you know, your tips are small. They're not really thick tips. They're thin tips. So to have the patience for that is like yowers. Okay, so I'm going to add in some cinnamon cider as well, just to make it different shades of brown inside my sunflower here. And I'm not dragging and you know, just straight coloring. I'm literally dabbing or dotting my cardstock. So doing this much dotting, I don't mind, but doing a lot would like totally drive me crazy. Okay, and I'm gonna grab some more of that dark soft suede and just put a bit here and there to just give myself a little more depth and texture. Okay, there we go. Just something fun. You can also take a marker and go around that and go around certain leaves to just make them stand out. I did that the other day. I think I did that on this one. On this one, I took my right marker and colored some of that. Let's just do that. So you can pull your right markers. So here's cinnamon cider. And just taking that tip, I'm just gonna redefine some of that. So that way it doesn't, it pops. Kind of, oops. Or throw my card around, whichever one you want. It just pops out some of that petals that are kind of lost in there now and gives it a little bit of texture. So I'm not doing every single one. I prefer to do this one because right in here, it kind of looks like it's blowing. So this is where I kind of defined it more. Oops. Try not to go outside the lines like I just did. Okay. I mean, really, no one's gonna know the difference. But add some there. Wherever I see it kind of lost. And I'm not even, you know, just randomly doing it. I'm not even going all the way around or anything like that. Just adding a little bit of texture here and there. Okay, that's good enough, in my opinion. Everybody has their choice. So where does this one belong to? This right marker goes with what color? I don't even know. Okay, let's put that back. Okay, so I think we've got all our pieces. Now we just need to punch out. So let's get our dies. And of course you all know, and this is where things get slippery, because my mat, I forgot. I just don't forget. It's not that I forgot, I just didn't glue it down. So we're gonna take this, and we need this. I'm still debating whether or not we use that one, but we shall see. And then I don't know if this one will fit in the mini. Let's see. Okay, so these are sometimes very difficult to line up. But what I do is, my little trick is I look for the wave, and then I look for the wave in here. And usually when you find the wave, then that's where you know you gotta go to line it up. So here's my wave. Nope, wrong wave. Of course, you know, now that I say that, I won't find it. There it is. Oh, ta-da! Found it. Okay, so our new dies, I don't know if you've noticed, over the years, if you've been stamping as long as I have, they've changed. They used to be like this big, huge circle all around with white, and now they've really made it nice and tight. So that's great, because now you can actually see and make sure you're really lined up well. So hopefully I am. We're going to throw that on there. I don't think this one's going to fit in the mini because I just realized I didn't trim it down. So let me grab my big die. Excusez-moi, because I don't have that one handy right beside me. I have it behind me. I'm just going to leave it there because it's just too big. Okay. Well, I shouldn't say that. It isn't too big. It's just too big to put in my screen. So then we'll use this one for now, because I should have cut it down and I didn't. Get that on there, and I'll just cut this one. Then we could probably use the mini. We'll see. Let's see. I just can't remember. Okay. Now we're gonna need 2 more after this. Okay. I was slightly off a little bit, but that's not too bad. So let's grab, scroll up. Hi, Ashley. How are you? we missed you last night. Well, we missed lots of people last night. But it was such a beautiful night. I hope you really enjoyed it. It was such a beautiful evening. Look at that. My table looks all crooked. Doesn't that make you feel like you're lopsy? Okay, there we go. Okay, so remember, Mini Emboss Cut Machine, it's 20% off right now. 20. It's already reasonably priced for what it is. And pretty much does like 90% of our dies. So you need the big one to do all your embossing and stuff. It's just really hard to line up because I can't put my head over it. But it is so handy. I'm surprised how much I actually use it. So if you just diving into dies and cutouts and things like that and doing all those words, this is quite handy to have. So for $60, you really can't go wrong. It is something worth trying. And then once you get really into it, especially if you're a beginner, then I would say upgrade and join the team. Join our little stamping community and buy the big shot, because you can, it's actually $165. But if you buy the Big Boss and join the Stampin' Up! Or Prairie Grass Stampers team, it's only $135. And you only pay GST and free shipping. So, you know, you're saving yourself another, I don't know. Okay, I should just remove this because it's like sliding all over the place, which makes it very difficult for this to catch. So I'm not doing a very good selling job right now, am I? It's because I would have to move everything, which isn't ideal. Okay. Oy vey. Really? Okay. I don't know if the, oh shoot, I have one more to cut. Darn it. Okay. Now watch where I'm putting all my pieces, because you know what's going to happen. I'm not going to find them. And then I'm going to need you to tell me where they are. Because that is what I always do. I always lose them. So this is a really simple card. If you're an avid stamper, you can definitely stamp all of this on white. And of course, color it. Use your blends, use your painters, whatever you're comfortable with, do that. You can drop everything on the floor. I don't know, I'm butterfingers today. Probably because I moved boxes and helped the hubby move shelves and 2x4s and rearrange. There's a lot of drywall that needs taping. You won't believe the cost. But so worth it. We are so close. So close to me getting my awesome craft room. I can't wait to share it with you when I finally get it. I should just oh, you should see it. It's so pretty. I can't wait. Okay, what else am I missing? Oh, right. I still need 2 more. I wonder if this will fit. Okay, so this is 3.5 inches wide. Let me see. Oh yeah, look at that. Just fits. Which means it'll fit inside here. Okay, let's try it. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now, we just gotta make sure it doesn't fall off its sides there. And I can get it through. Look at my mat move like crazy. So that is 2. And we need 3. The reason we need 3 is because we need to hide that hinge. We want to hide the hinge, so you can do whatever color you want. I can't do anything, but don't throw these out because you make shaker cards with these. So let's get our card base going, and I'll get my 3rd one. Mini Emboss. Sorry, hand just ran across there because I had to place that. So let's get our card base so I can get my 3rd. So card base 5.5. Still debating whether or not we're going to do this as an easel. So let's leave that for now. And then I need 3.5 inches wide to get me another sunflower. Okay. Bring back my Mini Emboss. Mini Boss. Mini boss, boss, boss. So, Prairie Grass Stampers are getting together next week, next Saturday. Super duper excited. We're going to miss you, Ashley. We're going to get together. Oh, yeah. I just realized Kira's going to be sad because she's not going to have those beautiful stamp sets you were showing off to her. Oh, wait. She can't come either. Yes, we lost our little mini girl, our future CEO of Stampin' Up! Or her own business. Kira Strong. That girl is so talented and loves to craft, but she's got a prior engagement as well. Now that COVID has disappeared, or restrictions have dropped, I shouldn't say it's disappeared because COVID has not disappeared. Birthday parties are happening like crazy. So my youngest had one today and has another one tomorrow. And so party after party. Okay, so I got my 3 pieces. Oh shoot, forgot to do my leaves. So I'll bring that back in. Let's do both because I don't know which one I'm going to use yet. And I think I'm going to do this one in Evening Evergreen. I'm like, where's my plates? Okay, yeah, I thought of her this week. I know, right? She would have been so sad. Oh my gosh, where's Ashley? I really want to use that stamp set. But yeah, you're good. You're covered. I saw Marie yesterday because I dropped off her stuff. And she said, Kira can't come. I'm like, what? So yeah. And by the way, did you know Oakbank has a Pizza Hut? Pizza Hut Express now. So I'm planning that we order pizza. Yes, Marie is still coming. She would never miss. Are you kidding? And she's our diehard. She's who keeps us going because she crafts lots. She might even be here watching us right now, and we don't even know it. I don't know. So, get that going. Okay. Now move this aside. Okay, now we're ready to assemble. So, easel card, or should I just make a normal card? You tell me. Okay, let's get this started. Sounds good on the pizza, yeah. I haven't had Pizza Hut pizza in forever. And, you know, because we always make pizza from scratch at home. Yeah, I can't make it. Yeah. Pottery class fine by me because I love your pottery, so it's all good. So, how do I make a hinge? Okay, easy peasy. So, like I said, leftovers from this guy. But because my leftovers is a little bigger than what you normally see here, because I just grabbed whatever was in my stash. So what I like to do is just make a 1/2-inch strip. Now, you don't need anything really long. Like this will give me 2 strips. Oh, you can't even see that. This is why I put my black mat underneath. So this will give me 2 strips. It's probably a good 5 inches. So I don't really measure. It's just whatever I have left. So I just take whatever I can use. Now, I'm only using 1 hinge, and normally I don't really care if it's 1, 2, or 3 hinges. I just standard wise stick to 1/2 inch because whatever my scrap is, it's usually a 1/2 inch interval that I get. So I'm just gonna slide this into my trimmer here. Forgot to go at the top so you can see, and I'm gonna go like that. So now I have a 1/2 inch strip. Now it's super duper long, and that's okay. It's scrap. We can just cut off whatever we don't need. So what I'm going to do now is just cut it in half. Okay. So I don't even know what half is. Maybe, I guess I'll just go, I think it's 5 inches. So I'll just go, let's see here. Why don't I measure it? It's 5 1/4. So I'll just go 2 1/2. So the other piece will have something a little longer. And that's all good. Now, if I was making a lot of these, what I would do, just as a tip, is I would take this and score at 1 inch and then turn it and cut my 1/2 inch strips. Just saying. Because then you get a bunch and then you're good to go. So I'm going to score it at because these are long, I'm just going to score it at 1 inch. So I'm going to line this up in my trimmer at 1 inch. I'm using the 1 inch marker on this side just because it's easier for me to hold it. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect because no one's going to see it. And then I'm just going to give it a nice good score line. Okay, so now that I've got those pieces scored, you can hopefully see the score line there, like so. Right there, we're just going to take these pieces and fold them. So now you get these two little V shapes, or you could call it a leg. So there's the foot, the shorter piece, and then the leg, the longer piece. I think that's what Jennifer McGuire calls them. I think she calls them legs or feet, something like that. But those are your two little V's that we're going to use. Now, this is a circle. I only need one. So I'm going to put one aside for later to use with another card. Okay, so to make the hinge, first we have to decide which way our sunflower is going to go. It looks kind of boring, so I'm just going to grab my Wink Stella and give it some shimmer here. Just in the center. I should have punched the middle out. That's what I could have did. Okay, there's a little piece here for the center. Could have did that as well. Maybe we'll add that later. Okay, so we've got to first decide how you want your shape. So I really like this pattern here, and I think I want it more to the side, or I could put it at the bottom, whichever one, but I think I want it more to the side. So that's going to become my top. So knowing that, I'm going to take some tear tape. Now, I like to use tear tape because some people are rougher than others, and this way I know for sure that it's going to be nice and secure. Okay, and we're going to put that there. I'm a little anal about my tear tape. I don't like to tear because I like my ends to be straight. Weirdo, I know. So if this was wider, like say an inch wide or 2 inch wide, then I would just put 2 strips of tear tape on there. You just want enough to hold it down. Okay, so this is, I know that that's my top now. So I'm just gonna flip it over and then take the foot or the shorter piece of my hinge and place that on top. And I want it to be slightly a little higher because you got to remember, you're going to cover it. You're going to hide this hinge. So you want to be able to put this other piece in behind. So you're going to see that it's sticking out a little bit, but not in a annoying, painful way. Now I just realized I put my tear tape a little too high, so I might have to turn it a bit, and I just want to find a spot that I know I can hide that tear tape with. Okay, roughly about there. There we go. So now I've got the top of my note card or front. Now you're going to cover, you want to hide that hinge, so I forgot to put another strip of tear tape there. So we're just going to add another piece here. Don't really care how long that is because we got to cover it with the flower anyway. I might as well just put another strip here. Right. And I'm just going to grab my adhesive and fill in the rest. So I don't have to pull out all that tear tape. Okay. So we're going to take this and this will hide it. So then that hides that. So then when you flip it up, you don't see that piece hanging off there. So, oh, there they are. I'm like, where are those little castle-y pieces? Okay, so that fits there like so. Just lining that up. Making sure it lines up. Yep. And I think I forgot to. Oh no, did I? Did I not? I don't know. Okay, there we go. So that's the front. Oh shoot, I put the wrong piece on as the front. Ah, okay. That's too dark. I'm supposed to put the dark one on because now how do I write on that? All good. So then this will now become the back. Winner, 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 chicken dinner. Where's my piece? It lines up. Oh, that's the 3. Like, nope. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Like so. So then when you open it, you will then have that opening there. Okay, so before I do that though, I'm going to finish this, because now that we've done the dark color and Barb has suggested we do normal, then I now know where I'm going. Okay, so I'm just going to mark this because I know where my top is then, because I want to decorate this before I put it in. Normally I wouldn't care, I just glue it on and then now you have a spot to write. But because we're going to decorate it, I need to know where my top is. And we're going to add some greenery there. And let's put a sentiment on the inside then. Let's just take, I wonder if we can, this one is, you know that you are loved, celebrate you, thanks a bunch. We can do anything. I can do anything. But let's grab one of the, where is it? Let's do this one. Live life in full bloom. Love that one. And this is from the Rainbow. So we made cards with these last month during Card Club. So I wanted something smaller. These ones I could do let's celebrate you or thanks a bunch, congratulations. But I want something a little smaller in there because I think I want to put all 3 of these, not just the 2. Let me see what I can do. Yep, yep. So it's going to take up quite a bit of space. So I want to make sure I have enough space. Okay, so guess what? We're going to pull this back and I'm going to grab, we're going to heat emboss because it's darker color, and when it's dark like that, I like to heat emboss versus just stamp. So we're going to place that right about there. Oh, that's my top. Oh yeah, it's just my top. So I know where my top is. I just know I'm not too crooked. Hopefully I'm not too crooked and I marked that properly. Stick that there and pick that up. And I'm just going to get my powder. My white powder. Okay. Have that ready. And like always, you want to make sure that there is nothing oily or sticky there. So we're just going to add some powder to it. And then my Versamark, which I keep handy right here. We're just going to put that in the camera. Add some ink there. Now, again, put some pressure on it. And just to make sure it is good to go, we're just gonna ink it a second time, like so. There you go. And we're good. And then I'm gonna throw this in here. Yay. Okay. So, if you don't have Facebook, you'll also be able to catch this on my YouTube page, because after this, I'll upload it there and have it available as well. So I'm going to just grab my tweezers so I don't burn my fingers. You could also just use a clothespin, and I'm going to heat emboss it. I'm just going to do this to the side because I don't want you to become deaf. It's super loud. It won't take long. Almost done. Okay. I love this phrase. Live life in full bloom. It's so pretty. Okay, there we go. So that'll be the inside. And I should have probably put these, as always. Maybe I just want a wee bit on this one. A wee bit. And then all of that one. Yes, I do. Okay, I probably should have used my cling adhesive. Maybe. Okay, yeah, I should have. So, so I wasn't really smart on that one. So we're just going to put a little bit on each leaf here. It's all good because it's going to be on the inside, so I'm not too worried. We don't even need it on every single one, but at least a few. And I just want that way up there as much as we can. And then we'll cut off the bottoms. And then I wanted this one on here. Anyway, if you have acetate lying around, this is a really fun and great technique to play with. It's just scrap, so you only need a small piece. Yes, you can use transparencies as well, because it's not like the normal card where you need some durability. All you really need on this is just something to help it open and close with. You can use cardstock, but I do find that over time, the cardstock will obviously rip and tear if you're constantly flipping it on and off, right? Like opening and closing it. So that's the only reason why I wouldn't use it. Now I'm just gonna cut this off here because we don't need it. Probably better if I see from the front, then I know where I'm at. There we go. There we go. Just cutting the tails off so that way we still have that pattern there. We can even add some gems to that, which I think I will do. And then this is just going to go on the back side. So I should have put adhesive on both sides. And again, I forgot. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Stick that there. Slide. Any questions? Feel free to comment or text or email me, and I'll gladly answer your questions. And let's hope that I did that centered and straight. Otherwise, it's not going to be very pretty. Okay, so we're just going to make sure this is all lined up like so. So that, oops, I missed a cut there. So that way you don't see it. So it won't see through. And then we'll just flip that down. And now we have our hinged piece. And I got something black there. Get that out. Right, so now our hinge is fully hidden, except for that little piece up there, which is no biggie. Okay, and I missed a piece here. Forgot I should have cut this off as well. There we go. Just because that's the way the shape is. So you can do this with any shapes whatsoever. It can be with anything. Then we just add this to the front with our leaves along the back. So with the leaves, I'm just going to use some mini glue dots. Don't need anything fancy. And we're just going to stick that on. And there we go. That's our center. So I'm just going to figure out where I want that. Now I also know that I can't really go beyond this border because then it won't fit on the front of my card. And, ooh, that one's a big pop dot. That one looked bigger. So, just gonna find where I need to go. I don't mind if I'm sticking out a wee bit, but not too much. Okay, and the third one. Okay, so what's the rest of your weekend like? I think it's supposed to be sunny again tomorrow. It's +7 today. +7, can you believe that? It was so nice. So nice. Especially having that dark and gloomy weather. Although your car must be filthy. I was debating on washing mine and I still didn't wash it. And there we go. So I do know I have to wash it. I'm just going to move that out of the way for now. Get rid of all this garbage. Now, add it to a card base. So we're just going to find ourselves a card base. So we can use any color. Here, I just use the, what do you call it? Cinnamon cider. So I always like to have card bases ready and available. So that way, and I try and keep a variety of colors. So let's see here. We can pretty much do any color we want because I think I have enough shading with everything. Although I do like the evening evergreen or kind of the black because, you know, or even this green. Maybe I should have did just jade, but I think that would look really nice. Just to pop it, I think the darker green. I think evening evergreen would look better. Or not. The geese are on their way back. Oh, really? And a few are on the river today, as well as some open water happening under the river. Oh, that's fantastic. You know, when that happens, that we are good to go and that winter is officially gone. So that is great news to hear. Now, I could do pool party, which also is a nice contraction, or not contraction. Oh, the black. I just don't want to do white because I always do white on white. It never fails. Every single time. Because I'm just very simple that way. I don't like a lot of color. But I'm not liking that either. So I think I'm going to be boring and stick to my cinnamon cider. Boo! Don't hold your breath on the winters. I know. So like for my 21st birthday, I remember, so Laura, everybody, those of you know Laura, she's my best friend and we've been friends since university days. They threw a surprise birthday for my 21st birthday and she was actually working in Thompson at that time. And she actually drove in. And what happens? Of course, it snows. Because, you know, it's my birthday. And my birthday always happens around Good Friday. So for my 18th birthday, it was on Good Friday. So I couldn't even go to the bar and party because good luck trying to get in the night before. Because, you know, that's the busiest bar night of the year. So, you know, well, let's see. For my 50th, I won't be here. My plan is Hawaii. So for my 50th birthday, I want to be in Hawaii. I've made that very clear. So if you want to join me and have some sun and fun in Hawaii, then start saving now. I'm telling you now. And it will be in 2 years. So that is when we will be getting out of this weather. And if it storms, I don't really care. Because I'm going to be in Hawaii. So screw you, weather. So yeah, hopefully anyway. After I just said that, I'm probably going to get screwed now, right? So I just realized I could have textured this more. But that's another thing. You could scrape your scissors along there and give it more texture and stuff like that, as well as this. So there we go, Life in Bloom. So that looks really good. And I think I'm going to center it. So this one I put the words from Amazing Dies in there. But I think this time I won't because, you know, you can open it up and there's a little note in there. So we'll just grab our tear tape again because it's right here. And I'm just going to run tape. Now we have tape along there already. So I'll just run tape here. And I do like using my square because, again, as mentioned, I don't like my ends on my tear tape to be crooked. I know it sounds dumb of me, but it's just me. Even though I use my take your pick tool all the time to try and get this off because it's just easier than trying to use your fingernail. So we have a strip there as well on the acetate, because then that helps hold it down even more and keeps it flat. So we have that strength there. So, oops, I'm going to open it because I need to make sure I center and put this straight. Otherwise, my words, you don't want your words going like that, right? So we'll live life in bloom. And we got to make sure our leaves are on the page. And like so. Otherwise, it won't fit. Now, I'm going to do what I like to do, which is add a little dimension on the back of those leaves. So before I push down, so that way it's popped up a bit. So it has a lift. It's something I do with my scrapbook pages. And then it's not so flat. So then it doesn't get flatter either when it ships in the mail. And go like that. There we go. And there you have it. That is the Hinge card. So we just need something on the inside now. So we got that. I mean, I have a couple more here. We could even put a couple more sunflowers on there if we wanted to, just FYI, but I'll put one on the inside. So let me grab one of these. And let's see how wide this is. So this is 4 1/4. So we want it 4 inches. So we have that nice edge. And then 5 1/4. Okay, so live life. Congratulations on reaching a whole new level of wonderful. We can stamp that on the inside. That is on here. So, and it totally goes with live life in full bloom, I think. And we're going to add that here. I'm going to add this here in the bottom corner and trim it. These are extras I just had lying around from creating a crap load of cards for Ukraine. So I think I'm not going to use cinnamon cider. I'm going to use the evening evergreen. So that we just have that color contrast. Uh-oh. Yep, I'm going to need my Stamparatus because I know I'm going to screw up. So it looks like my evening evergreen needs a little more inky ink. So let's just make some room here. Stick this here. Doesn't matter where it goes as long as I know. I'm going to flip this over so I don't have to remove my other stamp. Figure out where I want it. Right about there. I think that's straight, but I can't tell. Plop that there and add some ink. And push a bit on that. Oh, not too bad, but I want it just a bit darker, so we'll add another layer in there. There we go. That's better. I like that. Okay, get this out of the way. Put that on my project cart. Stick this guy in the corner here. And we still have plenty of room to write our little note. Just grab this one. Okay, so I know I'm going to cut this off. Oh, look at that. Made some boo-boos on the back side there. Stick that there. And we are ready. Rub that there and trim off my excess and we're done. Just like that. So the hinge, pretty simple technique. All you really need is some acetate, leftover scrap acetate. You don't need to go cut something new. Don't waste that pretty acetate. Now Stampin' Up! Does sell acetate as well. So you can order through us. And again, make sure you get that order in so you can come to my celebration party. It doesn't cost you anything. It'll just cost you shipping because I will have to ship you your order, your kit. And we're just going to create together for fun because it's my birthday. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to push on the back. So there we have it. There's our hinge card. So 2 different designs. This one has it on the front. And again, mine says live life in bloom. This one is where would I be without a friend like you? And I put 3 leaves on the inside. And then, of course, on the inside, another saying. So it's standard card. You can, like I say, you can do an easel. Do whatever you really like. It's really just choice and preference. Whatever you're most comfortable with. I hope that you actually try it and you actually do something different with it and really give it some bling and see where it takes you, because that I think would be a lot of fun. You can make a hinge with anything, so any shape you like. So I'm really interested in seeing what you think what you would create with this, and would love to see it. So don't forget to either text it to me. I know a lot of you text me your designs. Or feel free to post it on my Facebook page, because that is what inspires us most. And if you share there, then everybody gets to share and see what you've created and hopefully take your idea as well and create their own. So I'm just adding a few more jewels there to give it some more bling. So there you go. So thank you again. I hope you really enjoyed it. Been wanting to do this since Thursday, so unfortunately soccer schedule came up and I tried to get it recorded, but we had to really get the renovations going, so I ran out of time. So again, don't forget to like, share my video. There's the host code, so anybody that uses that host code, of course, will get a gift from me, and $35 minimum gets you card club. $60 gets you a little gift, and $120 gets you a party. So got invited to my party next month. So there you go. So again, you can see all the different shapes. So feel free to do whatever you like, whatever your heart desires, and I can't wait to see what you create. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you next week. Hopefully soccer will be done by then, and I'll be able to see you. So take care, have a good night, and don't forget to keep on stamping. Bye.